the challenger, AJ Anthony Joshua. Heavyweight champion of the world, Andy the Destroyer Ruiz.
We're having a climax, okay? Good luck, God bless you. Le di la instrucción en el camerino. Vamos a la pelea y pegarle mejor, fuerte.
Here we go, round number 1. Or as Andy Ruiz's corner says, round 8.
Joshua, he's not letting Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua is standing in the perimeter of the ring, but inside the middle of that ring.
Left off 6 months ago. He is full 11 pounds lighter.
And feinting, he's already thrown 4 foot feints. I love it.
He needs to box. Right hand blocked by Joshua.
I didn't think he had in his arsenal, which is foot feints and boxing on the outside. His first 10 seconds, we got a quick little feint, bouncing on his toes.
Joshua says, hey, I'm 6'6", 6'7". I need to engage, have to be here tonight to take his titles back from Ruiz. A dangerous man at close range.
More on the boxing, and Joshua told me that boxing has shaved a lot of that weight off.
Right hand from Joshua has to play itself out. Joshua firing off a right hand, and that opens up the champ. And he went against a very dangerous and game end.
Both these fighters said during the build-up they want to control the
set in the ring. Ruiz tries a right hand and he eats a right hand from Joshua.
Oh, he's
that's cut him as well.
Composed. He already cut Ruiz with the first right hand.
Staying composed there as well, but he wipes now with the glove. That's also a fast, long-range right hand too. So.
Look for Ruiz to throw more right hands to the box.
Against Evander Holyfield, and he got starched. And that's another hard
jab that we saw in the first fight.
This is much more of what you would think would be
Ruiz at the end of the jab, but Joshua needs to
skinny Anthony Joshua.
He's flicking that jab with speed. He's not putting a lot of power into it. Joshua boxing nicely. Manny Robles told us, yes, the first half of the round.
Amateur British style, another beautiful. You want more space to dance and move if you're the boxer. Joshua now at range so far against the champion Andy Ruiz. Ruiz now gets
he needs to alternate in size in those right hands. He needs to aim to have a good rhythm in his upper body, but right there he kept his
back Ruiz temporarily. Ruiz fighter.
Brian, that's a great observation.
That Ruiz is still a dangerous man.
And the only way that the smaller, shorter Ruiz is going to close that is by
Anthony Joshua, the challenger, has been able to fight it.
Got caught with 2 jabs.
2 nice.
Now it's fluid. But Ruiz was finding the range, and right now, Ruiz is finding the range.
The right hand in round 7 back at Madison Square Garden. Ruiz is a dangerous large ring. There's a lot of space for Joshua. Ruiz will make you pay if you lose that discipline.
You put power behind jabs and you miss, you fall off balance, and that's when you get trapped by Andy Ruiz's faster hands.
There's drama, and there are heavyweight here tonight in the deserts. Joshua outlanding Ruiz 19-8. It's Marvin Hagler when they fought for the middleweight title back in the 80s. Comes in heavy against 16 pounds heavy.
And Andy Ruiz's as much as he can.
Do not stand in front of Andy Ruiz.
Joshua. And there you see Joshua just using that jab as a bit of a range finder, keeping Ruiz.
Just keep him on his jab and come up to the side. Keep your hands up, okay?
You have it all for Joshua?
Yeah, all 3 rounds.
Another fighter that's boxing, moving for the jugular with that right hand right there, just barely missed.
Take your time. Joshua starts to up the ante.
Joshua punching with
blood already on Ruiz, and so far he has shown, and that is a long, strong jab by Anthony Joshua.
Jab is his most effective weapon so far in this fight, and while Ruiz is probing.
He's very, very dangerous. Good jab with the hook, showing a good repertoire, but he's been patient. Ruiz is always dangerous. Chopping right hand by Ruiz. Showed his fighting spirit in the first fight, even getting off the deck.
Everything is above the neck. He's not targeting the body of Andy Ruiz.
And stick to the game plan.
Another hard jab. Again, this is a legacy fight. Let's go to Claudia Trejos. Claudia, and it's difficult to be patient round after round.
And right now, it takes a lot for the fight, because right now, Ruiz throws over the shot. He's looking so nice right now. Boxing, moving around the ring, utilizing the sweet science
in this fight. And then when he found the time was right.
Hurt from the last fight, and those chopping right hands on the inside will do it.
The tactics, absolutely. Rob McCracken said they were working on clinches
really well, especially with speed and timing.
Maintain the distance, but make it quick. Use the feint in order to...
Or not, but right now, I give the edge to Anthony Joshua's game.
Can you just do that? Can you just work on clinching and training, Sergio, and make it work?
Yes, you can do that. You need to time you. Ruiz, he's trying to close the distance with no jab.
What did we see for a full decade, Sergio? Another good jab from Joshua. Floyd Mayweather saying so far to the challenger, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, I thought Andy Ruiz
Your hands off, because let's not get it.
Behind the ear, change the whole equation back at the Garden. He tries again. And on the clinch, he keeps punching.
Let the referee separate you. You would think that a jab can be devastating, but look at the face of Andy Ruiz.
A lot of those punches weren't getting through. Sitting here ringside.
Joshua pounding his chest. I didn't think that Joshua could do this. Sticking and moving, they're fainting. The answer is yes.
Well, he fought a good hook by Joshua. He fought small, though. First time Joshua got him in trouble 6 months ago. So he should be...
AJ's jab right here. This is a smart, educated jab that Anthony Joshua's throwing.
Good hard hook by 1 minute to go here in round 6.
Just to counter you with the faster punches. He doesn't look like the faster, stronger fighter, but he is.
To be satisfied with what's happening now. But he's got to be tempted, Sergio, right? And you saw Ruiz there lunging. Oh, he eats a right hand. Beautiful right by Joshua. And trading with the hook. That was... And a right hand answer by Joshua. Right hand to the body by Joshua.
Right, you've got to seriously consider some kind.
Real-time odds. You see the face puffing up on Ruiz to throw something like that. Get in close and trade.
But
you see traditional tall boxers box.
You don't have a stationary target in front of you. You have a powerful, agile. Learn this lesson from the first fight. Forget the bravado. Stick and move. Box. Let Ruiz.
Camp so far halfway through. He has to land something. Again, he didn't do himself any favors. He has been fought at distance, according to
crowd. Get involved. Do not mix it up with each trainers. Robert McCracken knows it.
Certainly, if Joshua stands in front of him,
laterally, stick and move, feint. Do exactly what he's doing right now.
Just there with the right hand.
He just missed with that right hand.
Anthony Joshua seemingly winning every round in a beautiful hook.
Smothering. As soon as Ruiz wanted to let go of his punches, smothered and extinguished that.
And that's
nice left hook right there, timing Joshua. But see, Joshua didn't fully commit to the right hand, and that's a reaction.
Where is the journalistic? Does he engage? Does he try to mix it up, or does he stand back and jab?
Stand back and jab. It's a great strategy. Just keep. Maybe it's because Ruiz is punching in between the shots and he doesn't want to get clipped by a punch.
This time
right now, this is the strategy that Anthony Joshua needs to do to win against
that fight, and just hope that it might be. Sergio, I don't mean to speak for you, but I would believe you would say that as well.
I don't agree with Chris
in the first fight. Right hand by Ruiz landed in favor of Andy Ruiz, heavily in favor, lack thereof, from Ruiz now as we get into the final rounds. Andy Ruiz said, hey, it's round 8. He meant round 1, but in round 8, his man comes alive.
BK, McCracken is sure that this is the fight plan necessary. This was the fight plan.
That's within his right. It's up to the referee, and that jab landed, and he blocked the hook. But every time he goes back with the jab.
Whenever you get a fighter floating like a butterfly, moving around, sticky, now he won in fight 2. Right there, Anthony Joshua landed a big right hand.
Not let him out, but stay tall and stay long.
He is very frustrated in the ring. Lands the right hand to the body. And what I was going to say, Sergio, Joshua fell in love with his own power, but
he's engaged. It's very frustrating. Not only for Andy Ruiz.
This time he didn't wobble. He didn't. Manny Robles had said, hey, we saw a hole in that 6th round, which you might, Claudia, thank you. Well, that's what we heard, especially in the one-night documentary that we had. Mostly all Anthony Joshua, and there it might be one time where he can pop Joshua as he eats an uppercut. But now he wings back. I don't know.
I'm of Mexican descent, and I made a career not fighting in the Mexican style.
At all times in those situations, because Louis going to take some time to get in there.
No, to Joshua in the corner, but Joshua was just not said. We saw Ruiz was able to have success to the body, and that's a hard right hand off the hook by Ruiz. Here's Ruiz.
This time I do agree with you, Chris. He's
always danger. Nice jab.
Ruiz doing the right thing, too. He's not letting Joshua hold on anymore. He's pushing him.
Well, the fight is
for the dirty tactics.
Hispanic's giving Ruiz that last round. I don't know. They don't let it go when he sees an opening and he has his man to get his world championships back. For years for doing that, but he hasn't stunk the place out.
He's right there. They got inside and Ruiz pushed them off.
Whoever will justify that, Chris, given the early work by Joshua with the jab.
I thought he did well with the jab.
Impossible tonight for him to sustain that.
The word that he chose, but right now, Anthony Joshua boxing
Joshua.
You know, there'll be a lot of people
just bounces back off that jab. That last
I thought he landed the more impactful punches in that.
Chanting. Ruiz is frustrated, always advancing, but unable to have success. Well, the last 6 months he has devoted himself and is in position. Ruiz fighting
if Joshua continues and wins.
Fighting an Emmanuel Stewart type fight without changing trainers.
All right, let's be clear. I suggested that while Joshua didn't change chief strategy, Sergio, he did add 2 new voices.
Being a heavyweight champion with several of the belts.
Ruiz, the shorter man, already got
have to do when you go up against an opponent with a great.
Sergio, I'm gonna have to take a point away next time.
Jim. And as we know from watching,
for Joshua to bend the knees and fight a little bit smaller now.
Andy Ruiz told us, hey,
because Ruiz is looking to counter.
Better hand speed than you. This is exactly the kind of fight you have to.
It's not as if he's in there. There's another beautiful jab. Look, you can land jabs like that and then be on the
jab extremely well.
His hands just move.
He is jab of Joshua.
And the real time
boxing, but he got the respect of Ruiz with those right hands. That's
there's always going to be some criticism, but I don't see how it could be warranted, Chris, to your point. When Ruiz starts winging that hook.
And wisely clinched every time Andy Ruiz got
able to change after adversity, after embarrassment. He said, now I know what it means. I took it in stride before, but I know I want to be great. So everyone questioning his heart. Andy Ruiz shaking his head as he comes out for the final round.
Andy Ruiz may have the faster hands, but he has the slower feet.
To stay heavyweight champ. The right hand. He's in desperation mode. He has to win from Anthony Joshua. That opened things up. The scorecard, virtually all his chances to say bring it and stay in close. But maybe just improbable heavyweight champions in boxing history, along with Primo. And I think, Chris, you gave him the 2 rounds you could give him. Final 2 minutes of this fight. Hard right hand by Joshua. Ruiz shakes it off.
Were those 15 pounds worth it?
The cut has not been a big score for Andy Ruiz, but it looks like losing his championship belts here tonight. He continues to chase
Joshua. Every round with Maldrick Taylor, and he got clipped towards the end of the fight.
And it has shown up here tonight. Final 30 seconds. A man 11 pounds lighter than he was.
Martinez, where he hurt him in the end of the fight.
Hand comes up short for Ruiz. Ruiz says, come fight me here. Joshua continues to dance, and Anthony Joshua with a resounding answer. He takes a prideful stroll around the ring, walking in front of his British fans.
Go to the winner by unanimous decision, the man known as AJ, Anthony Joshua.